Hey, how are you? I'm SliceofOtaku, and last night we finally received the Steven Universe episode Escapism, and with it, some very heated debate, which is something I'm always interested in getting in on. So on Twitter, I was very active, trying to speak with as many people as possible to get an idea of how many of you may have felt about the episode. And honestly, I can very much understand both sides of the coin. Escapism's accompanied song had been promoted and hyped up for nearly a year, and so many people were under the impression that it would receive some kind of crazy involvement within the story. But it didn't. Not really. It really just ended up being a music track to accompany Steven's perilous journey across the ocean as a watermelon. But with that, the crew isn't at all in charge of scheduling, so Rebecca trying to give us fans something to satiate our hunger ended up being made into a carrot on a stick by Cartoon Network scheduling, which is really a bummer and once again a reminder that we have to hold the network accountable when it comes to this terrible scheduling. But beyond that, I really also have to hold my peers accountable. If you follow anyone else who covers Steven Universe besides myself on this platform, then you've probably come across at least a dozen videos on Escapism prior to us even knowing it to be its own episode. It got to a point where virtually the entire cast had at some point or another been connected to the song via some convoluted way. Escapism hype and speculation, at least on YouTube, was such baseless, basic content that I wanted nothing to do with, which is why I didn't make a video on the subject. I for sure mentioned it in passing in a video when it first released, but to make multiple dedicated videos attempting to deduce which character may sing it with virtually no concrete indications to any such thing is really just view chasing to me. Which, you know, do what you gotta do if you're struggling, but there's no reason that this should be the norm for the majority of us, especially not the people who are the most prevalent names in the community. Because in turn, the expectations drummed up by videos like that can make a great episode like Escapism become unfulfilling for thousands of people. But with all that being said, I enjoyed Escapism a lot. If you have been with the channel since the beginning, then you would know that I have been waiting for the Watermelon Stevens to return for over 2 years now. So compared to the false hype, my real hype kinda has seniority. And I know there's great debate as to whether or not any given Steven Universe episode is filler or not, but even if the episode's contents are relevant to later points in the series, the episode was stretched out to a point where you could say that they were filling the allocated time out as much as possible. And in that sense, I think Escapism is the ideal kind of filler, if we're gonna call it that. It was adventurous and world expanding, eliciting the very best qualities of early Steven Universe. And really, I'm no Steven Universe apologist. Amongst the people on the platform that genuinely adore Steven Universe, I'd probably criticize it the most. But if you're upset about Escapism detracting from the homeworld exposure vibes, then I sure hope that you had the same energy when it came to Dewey Wins. You know, the episode where after only just escaping an alien judicial system overseen by two massive dictators and being hunted down by their legion of robots as a fugitive with other fugitives and having his dear friend killed only to be brought back in unnatural color, Steven decides to single-handedly save the mayor's political career. I don't know about you, but I much prefer an episode about the religious strife within a village of overgrown fruits. But yeah, I'm not exactly aiming to change anyone's opinion on the episode, but I just wanted to give you guys a better idea of where certain frustrations may stem from and how the other side may see things. And honestly, I have to hold you content creators accountable in 2019. You guys had the nerve to fill my sub box with basic, white diamond, white pearl, and escapism spam for months, with merely seconds worth of facts, if even that. And it's not happening this time around, I'm sorry. Especially not with all these upcoming series. If you're joining me in covering all those new shows, then you had better come correct. But let me stop getting crazy. Right now, I am in New York as my birthday is coming up on the 13th, so I'll be doing my utmost to give you guys as much content as I possibly can between now and the 1 hour special coming in 2 weeks, but bear with me all things considered. Let me know how you may be feeling about the episode in the comments, and try to be as honest as you can. Like I said before, I get both sides, so there's absolutely no judgment here. Thank you all so much for watching, and have an awesome day. I love you.